It was once a cemetery, and now its inhabitants are very much alive. Washington Park and its neighbor Music Hall have been around for nearly 150 years.
But very recent changes have drastically altered their existence. It's Washington Park then and now.
If you visited Washington Park today, where a thing like LumenoCity exists, where kids play and dogs run, you might not realize that just a few years ago, it was a haven for the homeless, a concrete jungle where people didn't play, music fans didn't dance, and a place where residents just didn't go.
There were patrons of Music Hall, a neighbor across the street, who probably would not want to walk through the park.
Steve Schuckman knew the potential for Washington Park.
Washington Park was a historic park. It looked its age.
The park started as a cemetery, created next to Music Hall, which itself was built because of a hailstorm.
In 1870, when they were having the concert there, they had a hailstorm. And during the Wilhelm Tell Overture, all this hail started cascading down on the corrugated roof, and it sounded like machine gun fire on the roof, making so much noise. So it was decided to tear down the building.
Don Heinrich Tolzmann wrote a book on the history of the area, where festivals and picnics once ruled next to a picturesque world-class music venue. Washington Park had become, by the 2000s, an area no one wanted to use. Even though a swimming pool and a playground were available, they sat empty.
An elementary school was built here, which took a good chunk out of the park.
It all started changing in 2006. $45 million in planning and construction went toward making Washington Park into a user-friendly, tourism-driving green space.
Our vision for creating a new master plan was to create a park that was better, that had improved and even new features.
Those features included a splash park that replaced the lightly used pool and a dog park. The bandstand built in 1910 remains, but the parking lot that once ate up the north end of the park is now an acre of green space used for concerts, sports, and events. That's Washington Park, then and now.
Talk about an amazing transformation, and you can see more transformative photos on our website at WCPO.com. You can see what the park was then and how it looks now, and it is a dramatic transition.